So I was recently in Croatia, and I had no internet there. And I noticed that I had Plants vs. Zombies downloaded on my phone, so I decided, why not play it? And as I was playing it, I beat the main game twice, and I was thinking, damn, it's too easy. Is there a way to make it harder? So I wanted to see if I could beat Plants vs. Zombies Deathless. And I might be thinking this is very easy, but trust me, this is probably one of the hardest challenges ever. As later on in the game, this challenge literally becomes impossible. You're cooked, buddy! And tests all the skills possible. Reaction time, accuracy, your knowledge, everything. Without further ado, let's get into Plants vs. Zombies Deathless. Now before we begin, what actually counts as a death in Plants vs. Zombies? Well, I want to consider death as a zombie actually eating your plant. Because there is a shovel tool that you can use to remove your plants. That won't count as a death, as that will be very crucial later on in the game. Let's get back into the video. So beginning Plants vs. Zombies, you start on level 1, which is day level. The easiest one there is. There aren't really any hard zombies you have to deal with other than 3. The Conehead, Pole, Vaulting Zombie, and a Buckethead Zombie. Those 3 are the hardest ones because they actually take, I would say, some strategy to take down. Now, the strategy for Conehead is quite simple. You're going to want to make sure you have more than one plant attacking him. So, since you just start out the game, you don't have any plants other than the pea shooter and some other ones, but I would say pea shooter is going to be your main one for day level 1. So in order to take down Conehead, you're going to want to have 2 pea shooters lined up in the same row. If you do that, Conehead should go down quite easily. Next, Pole Vaulting Zombie. Pole Vaulting Zombie, he can jump over the first plant that he comes by. After that, he becomes a regular zombie. In order to take him down, it does not take much effort, but it takes a little bit of good placement. I would recommend using the walnuts to make sure that he jumps over them, which uses his jump ability, and then after that, you could have a regular pea shooter set up, or if you want, in order to secure both the Conehead zombie and the pole vaulting zombie, you could have 2 pea shooters lined up in each row, and that will take care of both. Now, last but not least, the Buckethead zombie. Buckethead zombie is probably the hardest zombie this round, but he is actually quite easy to take care of. There's one plant in particular that is useful in all of these, but I didn't mention yet, the Snow Pea. Snow Pea is extremely useful on the Buckethead zombie. The Snow Pea slows down the Buckethead zombie, and while the Buckethead zombie is slow, he moves 2 times less than he would normally, and paired that up with either 2 pea shooters or 1 repeater, you can easily take him down. And just like that, you have beat day level without any deaths. Moving on to level 2, which is the night level. The night level introduces a couple more hard zombies, but it should not be more challenging than level 1. The night level introduces 4 new zombies that might be a challenge. The newspaper zombie, green door zombie, football zombie, and dancing zombie. Now, all of these are actually quite easy to take down if you know how to do it. Well, I'll explain it right now, don't worry. Now, the newspaper zombie, he's basically like a normal zombie, just has a newspaper in front of him, and when you break his newspaper, he gets double the speed, but he has barely any HP, so 1 or 2 pea shooters should do. I would say do 2 regular pea shooters to be safe. Now, the screen door zombie. This zombie is a regular zombie holding a door that has a lot of HP, and when you take down the door, he just becomes a regular zombie. His speed is a little bit less than an actual zombie because he's holding a door, but there is one plant in particular that you get this round that really helps out with this zombie, and that plant is called a fume shroom. Fume shroom in particular is good for the screen door zombie because a fume shroom can hit multiple zombies at a time, and it can hit zombies behind their barrier. What I mean by that is that the fume shroom does not need to take down the door first in order to kill the zombie. The fume shroom damages the door and the zombie holding the door at the same time, which makes it extremely easy to take them down. Now, moving on to the football zombie. Football zombie has a lot of HP, he's quite fast, and is hard to take down, but yet again, the snow pea is going to be extremely important here. If you put a snow pea paired with a repeater, you're going to easily take down the football zombie. If you want to be assured that you're going to take him down, you can do a snow pea, repeater, and a normal pea shooter, and the football zombie will for sure go down. Now, last but not least, a dancing zombie. Dancing zombie has the same amount of HP as regular zombie, but he has a little trick. Every couple seconds, he does a dance, and 4 zombies around him spawn. 1 on top, 1 to his right, 1 to his left, and 1 on the bottom. They're also like regular zombies, but there's more of them now, so they're harder. I would say in order to take them down, use a fume shroom in order to take down his row in particular where there's going to be him and 2 other breakdancers, and then the 2 that spawned on top and the bottom. As long as you have pea shooters there, they're going to be no struggle. Also, another tip for this night, be extremely smart about where you place your sunflowers. The night level has something new that they introduced where no more suns drop from the sky. You only can accumulate suns by having sunflowers. So do not waste your suns. Be extremely efficient of what you place and what you don't place. Do not waste any of the suns because you do have a minimum amount. But once you have the 2 rows of sunflowers, you should be good. And just like that, night level should be a breeze. Next up is level 3, also known as the pool level. Pool level introduces a new type of lane. There's actually 2 of them. The pool lane. If you want to plant anything in the pool lane, you're going to have to plant a lily pad first. Now, this shouldn't change anything at all. It's just a little hassle that you have to take care of. But now it's actually daytime, so you can actually accumulate more suns. Now, in terms of the zombies, there are a couple new zombies that you have to take care of. Now, zombies like the Snorkel Zombie, Zombani, Zombie Bobsled Team, and Dolphin Rider Zombie. Now, all these are actually quite easy to take care of if you have the right plants, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. The Snorkel Zombie, this is a zombie that goes into the water of the pool and stays underwater until it comes across a plant that it eats, and if it finishes eating the plants, it goes back under the water. When the zombie's under the water, plants cannot attack it, which makes the zombie hard to defeat. Not really though. Walnuts are going to come into play again. If you plant a lily pad and then a walnut, the Snorkel Zombie will go out of the water to eat the walnut. But since walnuts have a lot of health, the Snorkel Zombie will get killed by your other plants while trying to eat the walnut. Next up is Zombani. Zombani is a zombie that rides a Zamboni and leaves an ice track behind them that you can't plant anything on and that the bobsled team can go on. Zombani zombie has a lot of health, but he is quite easy to take down. You can use a plant called a spikeweed, which instantly takes down the Zombani, killing itself in the process, but that does not count as a death. Now, whenever the Zombani zombie leaves an ice trail, the zombie bobsled team can come through that ice trail. There's 4 of them, and they're just like regular zombies, so as long as you have a couple pea shooters or whatever set up, you should be good. And last but not least, the Dolphin Rider Zombie. This zombie works exactly like the pole vaulting zombie, just in the water. This zombie jumps into the water with a dolphin and rides it really fast until it comes across a plant. Once it comes across a plant, it jumps over it and becomes a regular zombie. There's a plant that you get this level that can deal with it called the tall walnut. That tall walnut blocks the jump and basically turns the Dolphin Rider Zombie into a regular zombie. But they cost more than the other plant that I'm about to tell you, and I feel like you shouldn't use them because they cost more, and there's a better way to do it. And it's also applied to another zombie that we already talked about, the Snorkel Zombie. You could set up a walnut. They'll jump over that walnut, and after that become a regular zombie. But a little tip, leave 2 grid spots or 2 spots after the walnut that once the Dolphin Rider Zombie jumps over him, he doesn't instantly start eating a plant. There's like a bit of space he has to walk. So in that time, plants that are in those rows can kill him. And just like that, as long as you do all the things I said for this level, the pool level, should be a breeze. Next up, the 4th level is the fog pool level. This level introduces the night level combined with the pool level and the fog. The fog does not do anything other than just cover your vision, which really won't do anything. The same strategy goes as in the night level for the suns, as in try to be efficient and use the 0-cost mushrooms, but there are a couple new zombies here that you have to take care of. The Jack-in-the-Box zombie. This is a regular zombie that has a Jack-in-the-Box with him, and once he comes to a plant, he can explode and instantly one-tap your plant. That is not good because we're trying to do Deathless, so make sure you have a solid defense set up whenever he shows up. I would recommend 2 regular pea shooters should be fine. Next up, the balloon zombie. Balloon zombie is a baby zombie that has a balloon. No regular plants can hit him that are on the ground since he's flying in the sky. So you're gonna need a spike plant in order to get him down. Now, in this night, you do get a cactus. But if you save up some coins and go into Dave's shop, which is actually really useful, and buy a lily pad plant, you can plant that on the lily pad, and it does take care of balloons. But not only does it take care of balloons, it also shoots other zombies. So I feel like that's probably your better choice than a cactus. Cactus just takes down the balloon and only hits the zombies that are in its row, but the lily pad plants hits any zombie. Next is the digger zombie. This is a miner zombie that when he enters the grass field, I guess you could say, he instantly digs under, goes under all your plants and goes behind them. Now if you do have the lily pad plant, planted already, you're chilling. The lily pad will hit the digger zombie and you'll be alright. But if you don't have the lily pad plant, there's a certain type of plant that you can use called the split pea. The split pea is a pea shooter with a repeater on his back that shoots backwards. It'll take care of the miner as well, but I'll recommend the lily pad plant called a cattail because that does way more damage and way more efficient. And last but not least is the pogo zombie. Pogo zombie is a regular zombie on a pogo stick that is extremely fast and can jump around. There is a type of plant that you get this round called the magnet shroom. It can take away its pogo stick. Now you can use that plant if you wanted to, but I'll just recommend getting a strong defense. A repeater and a freeze pea, those will be your best friends for this night. So if you want to, like, half of these zombies are gonna be on this night, a repeater and a freeze pea will take care of them. And just like that, the pool fog level should be a breeze. Now we're going on to the final round, which is the roof level. Now finally on the last level, the roof level. This level is a bit different. Half of the grade is slanted down, and you also need pots in order to actually plant plants. Now the slanted part should be too much of a problem, except the fact that pea shooters can't shoot properly on that since it's slanted. You're gonna need launcher plants. And honestly, I would just recommend using a bunch of cabbages paired up with corn. Corn slows down the zombies, cabbages take them down. I would say have 2 rows of cabbages and 1 row of corn, and you should be fine. You can plant additional pots if you wanted to and put freeze peas, but it's not really necessary. Now, the zombies. There are a couple of new zombies that can be hard, should be easy with this strategy. The bungee zombie. Bungee zombie is a zombie that comes down every once in a while and can take your plants or bring in new zombies. He has the HP of a normal zombie, but since he's only there for a couple seconds, you won't have enough time to actually kill him. So a good counter for this is the umbrella leaf. The umbrella leaf, you can place it on a pot and it will defend an area around itself, 1 grid around itself, and it will protect every plant in that radius from the bungee zombie. So that should be easy. Now the ladder zombie. The ladder zombie is a zombie like a regular zombie that has a ladder, which is extremely hard to break, but it is possible. Once the ladder zombie comes to your plant, it'll either eat it, or if your plant is a defense plant like a walnut, or your plant has a pumpkin, then it will place its ladder and go over the plant and onto the next one. And every other zombie that comes after that can go onto the ladder. My recommendation for this is to have a strong defense lined up paired up with corn, because corn, the corn plant, can sometimes throw butter. Butter. Listen, butter. Butter freezes the zombies for a couple seconds. So as long as you have the 2 rows of cabbages and the 1 row of corn, you should be able to take down the ladder zombie before it comes to your plants. Next up, the catapult zombie. This is a zombie on a cart, I guess, that throws basketball at your plants. As long as you have the umbrella leaf plants set up, basketballs will be blocked by those umbrella leaves, and your plants will take care of the catapult zombie, so it's really no threat on the roof level as long as you have the umbrella leaf plants. If you don't have those, then he's quite a big threat, but just have the umbrella leaf plant set up. Last but not least, the Gargantuar, or the biggest guy, zombie, whatever he is. This zombie has a lot of HP and one taps every plant. Best defense for him is the freeze pea and the corn. Both of those freeze him. Paired up with watermelons, you're gonna need watermelons. Without watermelons, you're not defeating this guy. You're gonna need at least a row of watermelons. You're gonna need at least a frozen pea, corn, and cabbage. All those paired up together should kill him. The freeze pea will freeze him. The corn will put butter on him alongside with kernels to kill him. Cabbage will do a lot of damage, and watermelon does literally so much damage. And watermelon also does area damage, which is even better. But the Gargantuar zombie can also sometimes throw an imp. It throws an imp, it goes a couple squares forward into your plants. But as long as you have a defense set up, the imp will die quickly because he has barely any HP. When dealing with the Gargantuar, I would recommend putting the watermelons in the back so that if an imp is thrown, the watermelons can take care of it. But watch out because the imp can eat your plants, and he does it quite quickly, but he has barely any HP. And last but not least, Dr. Zomboss, the hardest boss ever. His boss level is extremely hard, but there is a strategy to this. Now, he puts zombies down randomly and you have to defend against them. That's the easiest part. When he puts his head down, he has a chance, a 50-50 chance of either throwing down a fireball or a ice ball. If he throws down a fireball, you're going to want to counter that with an ice mushroom. If he throws down an ice ball, you're going to want to counter that with a chili pepper. But there is a little thing that he does which makes this level super hard, basically impossible. Every once in a while, he can throw a car at your plants. That car instantly one-taps your plants, in result, killing them and you don't know where it'll go, and it doesn't go for one plant, it goes for multiple, which is extremely hard to predict. But I somehow did it with this strategy. Now, when you start off, there's 3 rows of pots. In order to counter the car, remove the very right row of pots. He throws his car whenever his HP is about halfway done. So if you see his HP coming up to halfway done, remove every row of pots except the far left one. Now, once this is done, he will show you the car for 2 seconds, and he will show where he's gonna throw it. Once you see that, you're gonna have to quickly remove the plants in that area, and then once he throws his car, nobody won't be destroyed, and you can move on. He only throws his car once around, so if you get the timing and everything correct, you should be fine. And other than that, you're just gonna have to spam chili peppers and freeze mushrooms like I did here, and hope for the best. But I did somehow beat Zomboss, and here is the full round of how I beat him. Honestly, I don't have enough plants to actually do some damage to him, so I think, okay, that was once. That was one. I think second time he goes down, and then third time is when he's gonna drop his car. Okay, that's the second time he's gonna do it. I don't have a chili pepper prepared. If this thing ends up being ice, I'm screwed. Fudge. Fudge. That was the second time. That means one more. That means one more. Make him jump. Do that. Bruh. What the? What's supposed to stop? Okay, this is a 3rd time run. This is his 3rd time going. I have to wait in case that thing's an ice. Please be an ice. Oh, yes. No, it's not. No, that's not a... Oh, yes. Crap. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. We're chilling for now. Somehow. We're one of the longest boss fights on Earth, bro. Well, where are you gonna do it? Where are you gonna do it? Boom. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna wait. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna wait. 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 We're gonna go like this. And we're gonna go second. Okay, this is where he's gonna throw. This is where he's gonna throw. Oh! I did it! I did it! He didn't kill it. 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 I did it. I didn't see no flat plant. I didn't see no flat plant. Fudge me lock in. Fudge me lock in. I have that pepper lined up. That pepper's gonna be our saving grace. Just we have to live until then. Maybe not. Maybe that pepper's not gonna be our saving grace. Please go down. Please go. Put your head down. There's a boss. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, you're cooked. Yes. You're cooked. Get rid of that. I don't know if he can take it down. You're cooked, buddy. Sit down. Let's go. And that is beating Plants vs. Zombies Deathless. Let's go.